Do you want to come be in the opening bit?
Okay, big CEO, master record technician.
Do you have
Whatever, sound engineer.
some banter for the beginning? Hey howdy, welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with my September wrap up. I did really bad this month, guys. I started off with some really high expectations for myself. I think I had like 11 books on my TBR and I read 4 and 1 was for school, so I did not do well. I don't really know what happened. One minute my reading was fine, and then the next minute I wasn't reading anything, and then the next minute September was over, and I don't know what happened. So that's that situation for you. It's okay. We all have bad months. We all have slumps. Reading is a journey. So that's my excuse. Let's get into the books for this month. The first book that I read in the month was actually a 5-star read for me, and that was Meddling Kids by Edgar Cantero. I have had this book on my shelf for forever, and I finally picked it up, and I am so upset at myself for waiting so long to read it because I absolutely adored it. This book was so good. It is one of the most original books I've ever read. The plotline and the story is completely unique, and that just makes a book so special to me when a book has a storyline that I just feel like has never ever been done before. That really gives it high points in my mind. And so I really liked it for that. The writing style was also super fun. I definitely get why this book has mixed reviews on Goodreads. The style is definitely not something that's for everyone, but it personally was for me, and I loved it. Also, I think another thing that turns a lot of people off from this book is that it was advertised as a horror book, but it's definitely not really a horror book. It's more of a sci-fi book with horror elements, so I think that there was some bad marketing on the book's parts that contributed to a lot of people not liking it. I personally loved it though. I thought it was absolutely great. The characters are great, and the cover is also amazing. Let's just appreciate it for a second. Wow, beautiful. Love it. And my sticky tabs kind of match the cover too, which is fun. But yes, I absolutely loved it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. It was so good. The next book I read in the month of September is one that I read for school, so I'm not going to talk a ton about it. It was Titus Andronicus by William Shakespeare. I have this cute little Pelican Shakespeare library. I guess it's not really cute. Her hands are being cut off and her tongue is being cut out, but it's fun. I'm not going to talk a ton about this because I am going to make a video reviewing all of the books that I read for school this semester or am reading for school this semester. So I will just tell you that I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. The next book that I read in the month of September was New Moon by Stephenie Meyer, the second book in the Twilight series. I read the first book in the Twilight series this summer, and then I read Midnight Sun the month that it came out, and so I'm continuing my reread with New Moon and then with Eclipse this next month. New Moon is still the worst Twilight book. I remember disliking it the first time I read it. Like, I remember it being my least favorite in the series, and it definitely still holds true. Still my least favorite in the series. I hate Jacob. I hate the wolves. I hate Bella. I don't really like Edward that much. Basically, I hate everyone except Alice and Charlie. Those are the only 2 characters I even. Also, we get it. Everyone's pale. I swear, if I took a drink every time that book described something or someone as pale, I would be drunk as fuck. So it was bad. I didn't rate it highly. I gave it 1 out of 5 stars, which is 1 less than I gave Twilight. So the next book that I read this month was The Devil All the Time by Donald Ray Pollock. I read this book and then immediately watched the movie afterwards, and I loved both of them. This book has great awful characters. If you're a person that likes to read books about bad people, but well-written bad people, then this is a book for you. I absolutely loved the way that all the storylines tied together in the end. I thought that was super cool, and it really wrapped up neatly, which I loved. I loved all the different storylines in it. There wasn't really one that I cared about more than another one, so it was really easy for me to keep going even when we were changing storylines. The movie definitely leaves out a couple bigger chunks. They're not super important, but I definitely picked up on it, and I would recommend the book specifically for that reason. I think that those parts that they go into a little more detail on in the book are definitely worth it. But that being said, the movie was also really great. I loved all the actors in it. I thought they all did a fantastic job, and I think they translated it really well to the screen. Also, I like that it was a Netflix movie, so they didn't really have to worry about making it too long. So it is 2 hours and 8 minutes, I think, which is a bit long for a movie, but definitely moves quickly and is fast-paced, much like the book is also fast-paced. I gave The Devil All the Time 4 out of 5 stars. And then the last book that I read in September to finish up this very short wrap-up is Missoula by Jon Krakauer. I actually ended up listening to this one on audiobook because that was the only way I was going to be able to get it done. But I did really enjoy it. Definitely a warning for the content. Obviously, it is a book about rape, and there is a lot of descriptions of rape and sexual violence in this book. That being said, though, I thought it was very well done. I think Jon Krakauer is a great nonfiction author. I thought he was a great nonfiction author already, and this just, adds to his repertoire. He's very objective when it comes to looking at the information and the evidence that he has given, and he is also very compassionate towards the victims of these crimes, which I really appreciated. It made the book, even though it had harder subject content, it made it a little bit easier to swallow. I also really liked the focus on non-stranger rape in this book. I think that's one of the most defining characteristics of this book. It really focuses on this rape that is not talked about as much in society, which I think is very important. And also, I thought it was really great. It was really good. I thought it was really well done. I definitely learned a lot about Montana law that I didn't know, and the way it differs from laws in other states, which is interesting that I didn't know, considering it is the state where I am from, so it's important stuff to know. And yeah, I just thought it was really great. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars as well. And that's it for this very, very short wrap up. I wish I had more for you, but it just didn't happen this month. Hopefully this next month I will be able to get some more reading done, and we'll have some more books to talk about in my wrap up. But that is all I have. If you like this video, give it a like. If you want to subscribe, you can do that. If you want to check out my links in the description box below, you can go check out my Instagram, Goodreads, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!